What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video recapping training camp practice on Friday. Excited to get into this one. A bounce back day for the offense and Justin Fields, and rookie Arian Smith has a strong day as well. Let's start with rookie Arian Smith, who turned heads today. 3 notes from him. Fields hit him on a deep pass past. Sauce Gardner, he was able to beat him deep down the field, and Justin Fields hit him, which was fun to see. Then Tyrod Taylor later on would hit him on a crosser, and then a touchdown pass, Tyrod Taylor to Arian Smith for 20 to 25 yards. Look, Arian Smith being good would immensely help this offense. This is someone who stood out in OTAs and minicamp in the beginnings of training camp without pads, and what I wanted to see from him was, can he still stand out when the pads come on and the game gets a little bit more physical because of his size, right? Like, we know he has incredible speed, but when corners can press and get a little bit more physical, would we continue to see that from Smith? And the answer is yes, which is, again, a great positive to see for the New York Jets and their rookie wide receiver. He will have a spot on this team at the wide receiver selection, and it's kind of more so about just how much is he going to be utilized in this offense. At the bare minimum, is going to be a deep threat that helps back the defense off. Beyond that, obviously, we'll see. For someone else trying to make the roster, let's talk some Malachi Corley. There was some negative and some positive. First, going chronologically, Malachi Corley had a drop in teams, as Nick Faria says here in the tweet. For someone trying to make the team and impress a new coaching staff, that's a play that has to be made. But later on, he would do just that, winning a contested catch and then running for a big gain, obviously living up to the billing of the yards after the catch king. So a little up and down day for Malachi Corley. Again, I think really with him, it's going to come down to how he looks in the preseason games. There's a lot of guys battling out for the final spots in this wide receiver room. Corley, Gibson, Brandon Smith, Jamal Pritchett. All 4 of those guys are fighting for probably 1 or 2 spots. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens once, the pads come on in a game situation. By all accounts, this was the best Justin Fields practice of camp, which is obviously a really good thing to see. It was interesting, right? The Jets offense struggled a little bit, and Fields was up and down, I think is the best way to put it, over the last couple of days. And there was some conversations on, Tyrod Taylor, because he looked like the better quarterback, at least to begin training camp. And it was, how short of a leash is there going to be on Justin Fields? Would they consider making a switch to Tyrod Taylor? As I said yesterday, I think that seems like a little bit of an overreaction, a little bit premature based on 2 practices. And something else that I said too, the growth with a guy like Justin Fields isn't always going to be linear. It's not going to be a straight line up. There's going to be some bumps in the road. And, that seemed to happen over the last couple of days. And, again, if that was something that continued for the whole month of August, then yeah, maybe we're having that conversation. But proven today that that's clearly not the case. And glad to see Justin Fields bounce back and have a really good day. That's really good for this offense. Aaron Glenn agrees. He spoke on the offense. Here's what he had to say.
Other than that, man, I thought practice was one of our better practices, and the reason why is because we had a number of situations that are very critical for us, especially on the offensive end, of understanding exactly how you have to operate in those situations. And I thought our offense did a really good job of that. Not saying the defense was bad, but I thought our offense executed the way they need to execute. So
one of the better practices that they've had, especially for the offense, did say, with nothing against the defense, it was just the offense stood out a little bit more. They executed well. That's a positive for the New York Jets. Some injury updates Aaron Glenn shared as well are as followed.
We actually have 3 guys of note. One is Quentin Williams. He has a calf, and we want to make sure that it's precautionary. We want to make sure that this player is going to be good. All right, so we know what he's all about. We know what he can do, and listen, we want to hold him out, and we'll see how that goes. All right. The next guy, John Simpson, he has a back. He'll be just fine. Again, another precautionary, holding him out, maybe a week or 2 with him. And the last guy is our rookie, Malachi Moore. He has an oblique strain, so he'll be just fine. Guys that we're happy to see coming back, you guys saw Braylon out there today, so he's moving around well.
So Quentin Williams will be out for a week or 2. take it slow with Quinnen Williams. We're early in training camp. This isn't a guy who's going to play all that much in the preseason anyway. Take it slow. Don't worry about it. John Simpson's going to be out also for a week or two. Another guy who's a veteran, take it slow with him. Joe Tippmann can play left guard in a pinch. I did see some looks with Joe Tippmann at guard and with obviously Josh Myers at center at that point. If there is an injury to one of the guard spots, either John Simpson or Elijah Vera Tucker, that would be my guess for how they would do things, moving Joe Tippmann over, who does have guard experience, and then you bring in Josh Myers, who has started in this league and can play center. Also, Malachi Moore has an oblique strain, so we'll keep an eye on him and his just how long it potentially takes for him to get back into the mix. Jeremy Ruckert spoke with the media as well, had some quotes on his former quarterback, or his current quarterback as well.
Yeah, like I've been saying about Justin since he signed here, he's a competitor. So I've seen it since we were back at Ohio State. He's a competitor. He wants to win, and he likes being counted out. He likes the challenge of going against a defense like this. And, he's calm, he's poised, but at the end of the day, he's a competitor, and he wants to win in everything he does. And that's kind of what you want as a quarterback, and rally behind that and be where he wants you to be and make those plays for him.
Played together at Ohio State and kind of just says, this is a guy who kind of thrives off of being counted out. And he has been, right? He's been on 3 teams in the last 3 years. So, in Chicago a couple of years ago, last year was in Pittsburgh, ended up, getting Russell Wilson chosen ahead of him. So, he has a 4-2 record through 6 games, and they go, you know what, we're going to actually turn the page now and go to Russell Wilson. And now this year with the New York Jets, and, he's fighting for a starting job. He's going to win this starting job, but a long-term answer as a starter. So, obviously a big year ahead for not only Jeremy Ruckert, right, entering year 4 and still needing to prove himself a little bit. Same thing could be said about Jeremy Ruckert's former college quarterback and now current quarterback with the Jets. Wanted to end with a funny one. Nick Folk was talking about playing with Mason Taylor's dad and uncle.
But crazy enough, my rookie year, I played with AG. We were on the Cowboys together for the offseason, so I played with Mason Taylor's dad and uncle, so, kind of fun.
What's that like, seeing him running around making
I remember him running around in Cortland when he was little. I just asked him today if he remembers living in New York, and he said a little bit. So it's a crazy world that we're in right now, but fun to be around. Obviously he's a great player, and his family, great lineage of players, so it's been fun.
Folk was like, yeah, I remember him running around at Cortland, and now he's playing in the league on the same team. That's really funny. Obviously, Nick Folk here from 2010 through the 2016 season. Mason Taylor was, I believe, 6 years old in 2010, which is just wild to think that, as an NFL player like Nick Folk, that, you remember the guy as he was a young kid, and now he's on your football team and is going to be the starting tight end. That's got to be a little bit strange, but absolutely love that. I thought that was a great quote, so I wanted to include that as well. That's the recap of practice today and training camp. Jets having the green and white practice tomorrow. We'll have you covered for that. If anything else happens later today, I'll pop on with a video, but that'll do it for me in this one. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.